All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is I, Chuck the Modfather, with my man Eric and Jason. We brought out our V2 F-16s. Funny story about these, they're all different. Obviously, this is a V1. And this V1, I have a jet fan, 90mm, with an HET 2250 kV running on 6S. This thing is absolutely nasty. I love it. This is a bird that definitively made me decide that the 80mm F-16 from FMS and E-Flight just wasn't worth having anymore. And I stand by that today. Even on a 1960 kV motor, it was far better. This right here is Mr. Eric's. It is a 9-bladed 1960 kV motor combo that I put together for him in his V1, and he has now bought an ARF to put in a new V2, and we're gonna thrust test this one with a 9-blade. This is Mr. Jason's plane that we've got hooked up right now. It has the factory 12-blade 6S, and this is my 8S. We're gonna thrust test all three of these. Right now we've got Jason's stock 6S fired up, and we're gonna pull some numbers and see what she does. J-Bone, whenever you're ready.
Ready.
Uh-oh, you gotta turn it on?
Yeah, never turn it on.
All right, let's reset. We'll check that again.
It should hold its
There we go.
max whatever.
All right, we're zeroed.
On pounds, that's all right.
Yep.
Perfect, ready?
All right, we're gonna no cuts on this.
Roughly.
Yep, 6.15.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, let's hold your batteries real quick, Jason.
Oh, yep.
SMC 7700, lithium high voltage, car packs.
Car packs. This on a surface pack. We're also going to test this today and see how well it survives. I spoke to Danny at SMC about this. He said the cells on these are particularly skinny. They're not really made for the load of an EDF or a high voltage prop plane. So there might be some swelling due to this. Jason didn't know that before he purchased this pack.
I purchased these packs for a different plane, but I'm just going to try to run them in this and see what happens.
Yep. So we'll see how it works out.
If I baby it, I think I'll be fine.
I kind of feel like it is too with how much capacity it has. All right, so we'll move on to the next plane. We're going to go to Eric's 6S 1960 kV
700 milliamp.
with the 9-blade 90mm rotor. We'll pause this one while we get set up. All right, y'all, next we've got Eric's 90mm 9-blade 1960 kV 130 amp ESC. We're gonna thrust test his and see where it's at compared to the 12-blade. We're getting set up.
Yeah, make sure I'm in the first one.
You ready?
Just a second.
Yep, zeroed out.
Zero it out.
Here we go.
74, 73.
Wow. Eric, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. The 9-blade worked. I knew it would work.
Blade is,
I knew the 9-blade would work.
You have a 12-blade?
So I'll tell you this much: the 9-blade does pull more amperage. You pick up about 15 and 20 more amps, respectively. Eric is running a
5,000 CHL black.
5,000 CHNL black, and that tells you a little bit about the CHNLs.
7.3.
But 7.3.
That's what it locked in at least.
Can't argue with that.
No.
That should put this bird at over 1-to-1, or right at 1-to-1.
Right at 1-to-1.
We have to weigh him.
Yeah, we'll have to weigh him and see.
But all right, so moving on next, we're gonna do my 8S. Pause and reset. All right, now we've got my factory 8S fired up, and it is set up. We're gonna do a pull test on this. Jason's saying he thinks it's gonna pull 8.5. I honestly have no idea. So we're about to find out though. I got Eric on the sticks here for me.
You ready?
And as soon as Jason calls it,
Yep, I'm zeroed out and ready.
All right, here we go.
send it. It touched 9.
It touched 9, but you're still 8.9?
9.
Yeah, 8.9 pounds.
Y'all, let's just go ahead and call that 9 pounds of thrust.
Definitely worth it.
It's definitely.
Wait.
Is it worth the wait? That's the question. Is it worth the wait? we have to wait and see. None of us brought a scale. But, I mean, 9 pounds of thrust. Good
That
God.
could be a scale again.
I mean, we can hang
Yeah.
it. Yeah, if you hold your plane up, we'll hang it from the front gear.
That's not a bad idea. We could do that, actually.
That's how I mounted on the wall, is by the front gear. And it hung there, you know.
So, let me get this open.
Yeah.
I'm running on
You could hang
4S
it from here.
SMC green packs,
Make sure it's tight here.
5,000. So these 5,000s are heavy, not a light pack. That's why I have it as far back as I do. It is actually right behind the CG mark. I'll probably say maybe about 10 millimeters. So we'll see how that does, but whew, 9 pounds. That is solid, y'all. Solid.
A whole nother jet's worth of thrust.
Basically.
Because the jet weighs what, 3 point something empty?
Yeah, I think it's 3.3
That's just without
somewhere
nothing in it.
Also no
with no battery in it.
Oh, just no
the plane
battery
itself.
So now, just for giggles, I'm gonna throw an SMC pack, a green pack 5,000, in my HET 2250. I believe that's a 9-blade jet fan on here, and we'll see what this does. So let's set up. All right, y'all, back at it. The V1 HET 2250, 90 millimeter, of course, and jet fan on it, the carbon fiber body and the nylon ring, whatever it is. So we're set up. Let's see what she does. Eric's on the sticks again.
Ready.
Get the pull.
Let's go. Never mind, she's not ready.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Here's my switch. Eric's a Futaba user. I'm a fan of the FR Sky.
All right, y'all ready?
Good to go.
All right, cool. Here she goes.
Nope. Reset.
Yeah,
What did it do?
I need to re-tear it.
Point
It had
code
already.
two.
Oh, okay. It already started.
Alright, so let me get it set.
I'm gonna get it reset real quick.
There's nothing. Tear. Ready.
All right, send it. All right, what did we see?
7.5.
7.5. Yeah, it's spiked to 7.6.
No, it's
Creep down to
7.75.
7.74. And that's not bad. I mean, what did yours hit, Eric, on the 9-blade? I think it was 7.
Go check it.
Well, yeah, we'll have to go back and check the video. But
7 something.
so-
7.1, I think.
so the 2250 does create more thrust than the 90 millimeter on the 9-blade and the 90 millimeter on the 12-blade, which, you know, to be expected because that's a pretty expensive setup, honestly. You know, when you spend an extra $300, almost $400 in on a fan and motor setup, that's what you'd expect. Now, the interesting part of this is this plane doesn't have the cheater holes. So the real question is, does it make a difference when you have those cheater holes or not?
In the air.
We
they
might
can open up
test
when you're
that. We might test that and see. We got to find some painter's tape to tape off these vents. But as of right now, that's where we stand with this. Just for fun, you guys want to do the yak? Just for giggles, or?
Okay, let's hit it.
Yeah, we're gonna do the yak, the old school 90 millimeter Yak-130. This one has a 4075. I believe it's a 1775 kV in runner. Old technology with a metal body. I just made this today, actually. Absolutely fantastic flying plane. I wish Freewing hadn't stopped making it. This is the first and only bird I've ever had that can backflip stock, bone stock. Backflips back to back, it'll do it all day. But let's get set up for this one and we'll check and see. All right, we are set up on the old school Freewing 90 millimeter Yak-130. Again, this is a 40 millimeter diameter motor and 40 by 75 and a metal fan shroud. And Eric's on the sticks again. Jason's gonna do the pull. Send it. Dang.
5.2.
5.2. And that is on a big motor, y'all. So I was wondering if I was gonna swap a 1960 into this and or my 8S setup out of my F-16. Because this is a heavy bird. I think this thing's close to 9 pounds. And I was on a freshly charged SMC 5,000 green pack, just like I did in the my F-16 as well. And man, I thought I'd do a little bit more than that. That said, I did make this bird today, like I mentioned earlier, and it flew pretty well.
Yeah,
It didn't feel like it was underpowered. It was a little lazy on the vertical, but it's heavy, and I expected that. Did pretty good in the wind. She's not a speed demon, but it's not really supposed to be. So, given that, we probably are going to do a motor swap on this. But yeah, y'all, that wraps it up. Actually, no, I lied. We got bonus material. We're gonna test these ducts. We're gonna see if they work. I had a particular somebody that's a buddy of mine who said that these vents don't make a difference.
He said they hurt performance.
He said they hurt performance. He said they hurt the performance. I said there's no way in hell they hurt the performance. We're about to find out. Let's get set up. All right, y'all, we're set up. Vents are taped. Pretty sure they ain't gonna go nowhere. Hopefully I don't suck a bunch of tape in there. If I do, I guess I got a little cleanup to do. It is super windy today, which is why we're doing all this right now. Got a little sketchy earlier trying to land some of these, so, well, not some of these, but my bird and the yak here. But we're gonna see if my man, Dan, was right about these teeter vents actually causing more damage than good. More turbulent flow. I don't know. I don't think so. Eric, send it. Would you look at that?
I'm locked in at 8.81.
8.81 pounds with the vents closed. Versus, what did we have before?
8.9.
It was 8.9. We saw 9 pounds. So nine, it spiked at 9. 8.81, so we lost a tenth of a pound. Tenth of a pound.
I mean, maybe he's on to something, but
yeah. Daniel, you're on to something. I don't know if it's as much as you thought, because I believe my argument was the fact that it doesn't hurt. That didn't hurt too bad, man, with them closed up. So they work. Clearly they work. I wonder if transient power is the difference. You know,
we'd have to test a different level.
Yeah, low level. Once you get it, you know, up in the air, and when you're coming out of a dive and going into a vertical, probably might feel that difference. But
and also amperage, like I said, we might need to see.
Yeah, we gotta test. You know, we should test amp draw, but I don't have anything to do that with, unless you got a watt meter.
I do.
Really?
I got everything.
All right, this is gonna be a long video, y'all. So I guess we'll do a watt test right now. Resetting. Let's go.
That being said, we're gonna have to test to see if having that canopy off makes a difference on.
Yeah, that's true.
Because that could add to the flow.
Right. It absolutely could. Well, here. Well, yeah. When you break the watt meter out, we'll try with the canopy off.
That threw me off.
And then we'll do one. We'll do one with the canopy on and see if there's any difference. All right. For the sake of science, we have to do a watt test on this motor with the vents shut and the canopy off first to have an actual true control.
Vents open, canopy off.
And we're also going to test it with the vents open and the canopy off. Like I said, we're going to cover all the control factors here and variables. So Eric's on a stick. I'm going to grab this whole, I don't know if we can see that or not. There we go. And Eric, go ahead and send it. All right.
So 127 amps, about almost 4,000 watts.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I don't know how to read this thing. I stuck the camera on it.
It won't lock or.
It won't lock. Okay.
Yeah, you just have to go back and watch the video to get the exact numbers.
All right, so that is our control. We're gonna pull the. We're gonna pull the vents off, right? Yep. Pull the tape off the vents, and we'll come back for it. All right, y'all. Vents are free. Look, look. Clearance. And next test. Vents open. Check the wattage. I'm gonna have Jason call it out because he knows how to read this thing. He can read it fast enough.
I say you're just gonna look right there for your amps and your wattage right beside it.
Gotcha. All right, I'm holding. He's holding. Get a shadow in here so we can see. All right, Eric, go ahead and send it. All right, you see it, Jason?
Yeah.
I think it popped off about 4,000 watts on that one too.
Yeah, I see 130 amps.
130 amps. And we'll have to go back and review the tapes there and see what we got. Maybe I can figure out a way to do a cool pop-up screen. Again, it doesn't seem like there was much of a difference. And it looks like what we might end up seeing here is just a difference in transient feel. I don't plan on flying with the vents taped up like that. The tape did hold well. Obviously, we just did, what, three pulls.
3 pulls.
And, you know, they didn't come off. And we sacrificed mine since I have a coat of min wax on it. But yeah, gentlemen, that's gonna wrap it up for right now. Maybe I can get some flight videos up if the wind calms down. None of us are really quite willing to risk a bird in this stuff yet. I might be the sacrificial lamb since I gotta burn the rest of these packs off. So I'll get it up and see if we can't get something in real quick. See ya.
The sauce.
All right, y'all, so quick post-flight review. I just took up my 8S. Eric has just now flown his 6S with the 9-blade. J-Bone's about to take up his 12-blade. 6S, And Eric and I were just talking. His 6S was tail heavy-ish with a battery further, what do you say, back?
Further forward.
Further forward.
Yeah, he's almost all the way forward.
He's almost all the way forward on his 6S. On my 8S, with the larger motor, more tail weight, more pack, is neutral back here. We can't figure it out. It doesn't make any sense. This thing should have been tail heavy, but I was neutral on the factory CG marks, and he was running from the. Well, were you running behind the CG marks, or? Okay, he was running behind, so maybe that changes the thing. I don't know. I'm pointing at nothing right now.
Way farther.
Yeah, that's true. You're passing further forward, so that doesn't make any sense. He was at 60% throttle most of the time, trying to keep the plane in the air. I was floating around half. This thing does really good. It is heavy. All right, you can feel the weight difference, especially between the V1. That said, it flies great. It cuts through the wind just fine. The flaps, the air brakes, they all work very well to settle this thing down. And for the first time I'll ever say it, I think I actually might keep this Bird 8S because the power delivery is needed for this extra weight. Or if you're not going to do that, maybe an upgraded power system like I did with the HET. But then again, too, I'm losing 2 pounds if I do that. I don't know. But good flying bird, though. It flies just like the F-16. It carries a lot more inertia. She will tumble if you want to throw her into it. It'll tumble differently than the V1. But all around fun. I'm not mad about this purchase at all whatsoever. Enjoy, y'all. Quick afterthought. I landed at 3.82 roughly per cell. And let's go back to my other screen. 2 minutes, 40 seconds useful throttle. I had my timer set at 3:45. It did that. I landed and taxied back. I was at 3:04. I'm sorry, I had 4 seconds over. And that was after we did those thrust tests. So the A-cell is actually a bit more efficient as well. Go figure. All the extra weight, it makes a lot more power and it is way more efficient. So that might be the move, y'all. Peace out.